Hello and welcome back to Hot Take here on No Bullshit, where we review the latest movies and give you our hot take on them. Today's topic is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This animated Marvel/Sony movie has been long awaited. I've been really excited about it and I'm a big Spider-Man fan myself. But did this movie hold up to all the hype? And was it as cool as it looked in the trailers? We're going to talk about that today and more here on Hot Take. In short, yes. Overwhelmingly yes. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is an excellent movie. It's a lot of fun, it looks really cool, the animation's awesome, there's a great soundtrack, a cool story, and awesome Spider-Man action in it. There's a multiple Spider-Mans on this too. As you might have known, if you've seen the trailers or if you could guess from the name, there's multiple universes showing us all kinds of different Spider-Man. It starts with your regular Spider-Man and then there's a couple other really cool versions too. There's Miles Morales, which is the first minority Spider-Man. He's half black, half Hispanic, from New York City, from Brooklyn, from the hood. And then we've got Spider-Gwen or Spider-Woman. This is a blonde chick, another universe where Gwen Stacy becomes Spider-Man instead of Spidey, instead of Peter Parker, and we've got all kinds of other cool stuff in here. Special guest, Nicolas Cage plays a Spider-Man, film noir Spider-Man, there's a Spider-Ham too, which is really cool, and there's even an anime Spider-Man, so this movie's got it all. Lots of fun, lots of cool story, good action, and all brought together by this awesome animation, like a very unique style. It looks like it's digital animation, of course, done on computers, and they've got some really cool angles with it. I mean, what I really liked with this animation style was there's a good texture to everything, and then it also was good for all these universes. So it's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and when you go to different universes, there's a lot of different like colors and tones and vibes to them, and this animation style made it look really cool. Definitely a great Spider-Man movie, and overall a great movie for anyone. I went with a couple friends, some were Spidey fans, some weren't, and anyone can really get into this movie if you like action, if you like comic book movies a little bit, but also if you like animation. Like I was saying, the animation is top notch. It's a great animation and it's a great action, but let's talk about the comedy for a second, because this movie was really funny, like a really good sense of humor, lots of quick jokes, lots of fast-paced stuff in here too, like boom, 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 really funny, and that's all brought together by an awesome cast. Like everyone was good in this movie, the whole cast was a good spread. I don't remember all the guys' names. I do know that Jake Johnson was one of the main Spider-Man, and he's like this older Spider-Man, kind of jaded with the job, very funny, very good take on it, and that's what brought the movie together for me. I mean, the humor was so good, matched up with this action in this Spider-Man story. It was really a lot of fun to watch. That brings me to the story summary for this movie. The story summary for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse goes like this. Basically, we start off with the intro to Spider-Man. You see his story, which is kind of a story we all know. We've seen 3 different versions of Spider-Man in the last 10 or 15 years or so people know Spider-Man is Peter Parker. He gets bit by a spider when he's young and he gets these powers. He ends up becoming a hero and saving New York City. But in this movie, we see a lot of different versions of that. So there's the original Spider-Man, and then there's this other one. Like I was saying, there's a film noir Spider-Man. There's an anime one where it's actually a girl who doesn't get spider powers but finds a spider robot. So there's all kinds of cool different versions, and we see them all come together in this story. So the grounded main character again is Miles Morales. He's the minority Spider-Man, and he's the new Spider-Man too. He eventually gets the powers, and what he finds out is after Miles gets bitten by a spider, he finds out that all the universes are combining because of this big master plan by Kingpin. Kingpin's one of the main villains, but another cool part about this story is they bring in a lot of other Spider-Man villains on the side, like kind of fighting him. There's a appearance by Green Goblin, there's a Scorpion, there's Tombstone too, so some really cool side villains, a Dr. Octopus, like a different version of Dr. Octopus that's really cool. They throw those all in there, all led by Kingpin, and the basic story is Kingpin is like setting up this science experiment, trying to bring all the universes together, and something kind of goes wrong. Spider-Man gets stuck in there, like one of the Spider-Man gets stuck in the juice of the machine, essentially, and from there you can kind of guess what happens. You can guess by the title, like what I told you, all the universes come together, try and save the day. I'm not going to spoil that much more of the story, but that's the basic basic setup, and it really works. I think one of the cool things, again, back to the animation, was this was something that could only be done in animation, and with this style, it made it look really cool. Like, if you tried doing something like this in live action, it's like it would be impossible. But the way they could do so many different things with this animation, so many different styles and universes and just effects, and the way the ending was really cool. Like, there's just crazy, like, in the blob moment that it's just like, wow, this looks awesome. Definitely one of the best Spider-Man movies in a long time. I would say it even holds up to Homecoming, which was the last great one. That was Marvel's first Spider-Man movie from Marvel, and this again was by Sony, but they did a really good job of doing something different, bringing in different Spider-Man and like focusing on more on the Miles Morales one. So I thought it was cool, and there was some Peter Parker in there too, like plenty of Peter Parker and different versions of him that were really fun to watch. With all that said, let's go ahead and bring out the hot take meter. I'll easily give Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 4 out of 5 flames. That's right, this is a solid 4, maybe even higher. I'm just gonna leave it there. I think it's a great movie, really well done through and through. The story's good, cast is good, actors are good, animation looks awesome, great sense of humor and cool action too. So definitely recommend it if you're interested at all. If you like Spider-Man, if you like Marvel movies, if you like animated movies, or just anything, if you're looking for something to see with the kids or with a girlfriend, check it out. Lots of fun, enjoy it, and thanks for watching today's episode of Hot Take. Really appreciate you guys coming by. We'll have more coming real soon. Probably Aquaman. See y'all next time.